Nollywood sweetheart Stephanie Okereke Linus and her husband Linus Idahosa just hit 14 years of marriage, and yes, love is still doing press-ups in your household. To celebrate, Stephanie went on Instagram to do what Nollywood wives do best: scatter everywhere with romance. She posted never-seen-before footage from their pre-wedding boat cruise. You know, the kind of boat ride that says, "We are not doing the wedding, we are going offshore." In her caption, Stephanie went full poetic. As about usual, she reminded us that 14 years ago, she and Linus said yes to forever. And unlike most Nollywood sheeps that sink after 2 years and a scandal, theirs is apparently still cruising. Stephanie even said the boat's cruise wasn't just a memory, it was a sign, an early prophecy that their love would survive anything. Even the great opposition of one Nigerian mother-in-law who looked her up and down and said, "God forbid." Yes, so there was a time when Mama Linus allegedly said no to their marriage. I will reveal the details later in this video while telling their love story. That pre-wedding boat ride was not just romantic, it was strategic. It was like Titanic, but this time the ship didn't sink and Jad didn't freeze. Instead, they docked in Paris and walked down the aisle in style. Classy people were present. Genevieve Nnaji gave her heartfelt speech, and Frank Adol came with his deep voice to anchor the gathering. Now, if you are wondering how Stephanie went from being the woman they said don't marry to the woman now posting anniversary videos with cruise footage and 2 fine sons, then grab your popcorn as I tell the Stephanie and Linus' story. It was in 2010 Stephanie Okereke, tall, talented, fresh out of the heartbreak from her previous marriage, was minding her business when Linus Idahosa entered the scene. Now, Linus wasn't just any random Lagos boy. This was a man representing the New York Film Academy in Nigeria, a man with suits, spreadsheets, and serious future husband energy. Basically, the kind of man aunties pray for on WhatsApp prayer chains. Now, this name wore a tie and walked into Stephanie's inbox on the day they met. Linus, while doing consultant work for some big Middle Eastern company, you know, those ones with pet lions and oil money, was tasked with finding an African female celebrity who represents their brand. The short list had just 2 names: Leah Kebede from Ethiopia and Stephanie Okereke from Nigeria. From that moment, it was no longer brand ambassador search. It became Operation Who is this fine babe with a film degree and a dangerous smile? He reached out, business call, polite email, strategic meeting. But my brother, what started as "Hello Miss Okereke" ended up as "Have you eaten today, my love?" Faster than you can say brand partnership. Linus was head over heels. One look into her eyes and the man forgot why he came to the office. Love came like Nnebe lights, unplanned, shocking, and completely welcome. Stephanie, on her part, was feeling him too. This one was not your regular Lagos guy with too much perfume and too little vision. Linus had a plan, a passport, and sense. 3 things every Nigerian woman knows are rarer than unicorns. Linus takes Stephanie home to see his family, expecting hugs, jollof rice, and blessings. Instead, his mother and sister gave Stephanie the kind of side eye that could curdle path. The Idahosas were not having it. Not because Stephanie wasn't classy, not because she couldn't act. No. The problem was her past. First red flag, Stephanie was an actress. To some Nigerian families, that's equivalent to saying I'm dating someone who has other men. To them, being an actress was one step above Ron's girls. Second red flag, she had been married before, the kind of gist that makes elders pause and sip their tea slowly. You see, our dear Stephanie had previously married a former Super Eagles player, Chikelu Ilioyosi, in 2004. But 8 years later, a Lagos High Court declared the marriage null and void, claiming Chikelu was already legally married to another woman in the US when he married her. The man was playing World Cup with women's hearts across continents. So naturally, Linus' family, especially his mother and sister, were suspicious. Why would an international actress want to marry our son? Maybe she's looking for someone to help her finish building that mansion in Lekki. They thought she was after his money, and in true Nollywood fashion, warned him she would squander it and vanish like ghost in part 2. But love is blind, and Linus was partially deaf too. Linus was not here to play. Love had humbled him. He was ready to go all out. On Stephanie's birthday, he planned a surprise party at none other than the Club 10. Yes, J.J. Okocha's club, because when you are in love and rich, you don't propose at Mr. Biggs, you rent out a football legend's lounge. The night was lit, music was playing, drinks were flowing, Nollywood celebs were dancing like they were in Gouda Ultimate Search. Then bam, Linus dropped to one knee, people froze, DJs paused, Stephanie blinked, and in that moment, in front of Nollywood sports royalty and one confused bouncer, he asked, "Will you marry me?" Spoiler alert, she said yes. The crowd went wild, champagne bottles popped up, someone probably shouted "Blood of Jesus" out of excitement, but as they hugged and kissed and thirsted to love, one small problem remained. Mama Linus still no griot. After the engagements, the couple again tried to get his family's blessings. They visited. They even bought gifts, still no agreed wedding date. Even with a ring on her finger, the vibe was still giving this girl is not our portion. After months of negotiations with his family and felt like a failed ECOWAS peace talk, Linus and Stephanie finally did what any mature, in-love Nigerian couple would do when the in-laws are moving like village people. They eloped elegantly. In April 2012, they flew to Paris, the land of croissants, love and people who mind their business, and said "I do" in front of friends, family, those who showed up at Nollywood's finest. It wasn't just a wedding, it was an event, a fairy tale, an Instagram mood board before Instagram became serious. No village masquerades, no list of 50-70 words of yam, no elders saying you must add another bottle of schnapps. Just pure, unfiltered love. Meanwhile, back in Nigeria, aunties were probably still praying that their son would change his mind. But it was too late. Stephanie wore a white wedding gown that made angels jealous. He wore a smile. The Eiffel Tower probably blushed. And just like that, two lovebirds who had faced rejection, court cases, family tension, and paparazzi pressure tied the knot in style. As the years passed, something funny happened. All the initial gra-gra from Linus's family started to fade. Maybe it was Stephanie's grace, maybe it was the peace in their home, or maybe it was just the arrival of a baby number one. Suddenly, Mama Linus wasn't so anti-Stephanie anymore. They say grandchildren soften even the hardest mother-in-law heart, and when baby number one landed, that one was a final baptism from "I don't like her" to "How is my daughter doing" in 60 seconds. These days, the Izahosa family is one big happy unit. No one secret prayers, no more side eyes. Stephanie is now the wife they never knew they needed. They have gone from suspicion to celebration, and honestly, we love to see it. Fast forward to today, 14 years after the fateful email exchange turned fairy tale, the couple is still going strong. Not a single scandal, no midnight IG lives, no deleted wedding pictures, no cryptic God with George tweets. Just love, luxury, and quiet excellence. The most anniversary videos with soft music and Paris flashbacks, while the rest of us are here shouting, God, when. Stephanie calls their love purposeful, unwavering, and moored in grace. Linus just smiles like a man who made the right investment early. They have 2 sons now, and from the look of things, they are raising them far away from drama, dusty internet opinions, and Nollywood wahala. So here's to Stephanie and Linus, the couple that reminded us that with a little patience, a little Paris, and a lot of boldness, true love can outshine even the loudest in-law committee. Happy anniversary to Nollywood's real MVPs, still sailing strong with grace as their anchor and Paris memories in their photo album.